Good evening, good evening. This is Marie Holiday, and I hope everybody had a fabulous Saturday. And before we get into this evening lecture, please hit that subscribe button and support and subscribe to my channel. And I really do want to thank all of my viewers and supporters and subscribers for blocking out time out of your busy life to view these thought-provoking videos. And also share my channel with one person you know. This channel is not possible without subscribers, and I'm here to tell you. So with that being said, let's get down to today's lecture. The focus of this lecture is going to be how to pay off debt. I'm going to give some tips. I'm going to give 8 tips on how to pay off debt. And if the audience is aware, although I may talk about various other different topics, but I always like to revisit topic on money, finances, controlling your money, because that is the concept of this channel. And these tips that I'm going to present are tips that I use in my life. I use these tips to rise above my financial situation and to maintain financial health. So pay attention. Number 1, in terms of how to pay off debt, is critical that you sit down and create a budget. Literally sit down. I don't care if you use a spreadsheet or do it the old-fashioned way, a piece of paper and pencil, and create a budget. Write down all your bills. Write down what's going out, what's coming in, and create a budget. That's like a business plan to restore your financial health. That is critical. And revisit that budget. Adjust that budget. Have your eyes on that budget every month, sometimes throughout the month, in order to stay abreast of your financial health. Number 2 tip: pay off your most expensive debt first. You can pay off bills simultaneously, but the most expensive debt, pay it off first, and use a combination of an avalanche approach where you're nudging at it a little bit at a time. You're sending money on it, and then maybe one time out the month you use the avalanche approach where you slam a larger amount of money on that debt until it is paid off. So pay off the most expensive debt first. And when I was in financial destruction, when I developed my game plan, developed my game plan to pay off my car, to pay off other bills that I owed, and all of that. And now I'm accelerating my mortgage, and it's about paid off. It'll be about paid off in a couple of years. Number 3, if you got a debt, pay more than the minimum balance on that debt. Start sending in extra money. I don't care if it's a personal loan or a credit card or a store credit card. Pay more than the minimum balance. Because if you are just sending the minimum amount in, a lot of interest is going to eat most of that money up, and very little is hitting the principal. So you're going to have to send in more than the minimum on that debt. And I'm here to tell you. Tip number 4. Halt, and I mean this, halt your credit card spending. Better yet, get rid of those credit cards. All credit cards is doing is creating another debt. You already got your regular bills, your rent, your mortgage, your car note, car insurance. Credit card is only creating another debt. I hadn't owned a credit card in years. So if you have a credit card bill, pay it off, cut it up, close it out, and get rid of it. Because once you learn how to control your money and master your money and have the emergency savings account, I'm here to tell you, you do not need credit cards to survive in this world. It's a mindset. I'm here to tell you. Who want another bill? All the credit card is another bill. Number 5. Put your work bonuses towards a debt. If you're getting bonuses on your job, or if you get a promotion which increases your income, you don't spend that extra money. Use that extra money to pay off a debt, and then when you get done paying off that debt, use that extra money, rather you get a promotion or bonus money, to increase your retirement or do some investing or accelerating your mortgage. Because when you're accelerating your mortgage and paying it off, your home is your biggest asset. The value of a home is going to appreciate especially if you take care of it. So put your bonuses and promotional money towards the debt so you can wipe it out. When you get extra money, that don't mean you go spend and splurge or just send a minimum on the debt. Go ahead and pay the bill off. Number 6, sell unwanted household items. There's so many ways you can generate money. A couple of years ago, I sold a lot of extra stuff in my home that I didn't need. I made a truckload of money, and I used that money that I made to increase my emergency savings account. I used some of that money to pay off some bills. So I had a purpose for that money. Number 7, tip in terms of how to pay off debt. Because in number 1, you created that budget. So in number 7, when you realize that you got all this money going out and the income coming in, it may not be enough to cover those bills going out and those extra bills going out. So you may have to get a side hustle. If you get a side hustle, have a purpose for that money. Use that money to pay off debt. Use some of that money to accelerate your emergency savings account. If you get a side hustle, that don't mean you're going to the mall every week to spend and splurge. You're defeating the purpose, and I'm here to tell you. And the number tip, very important, number 8 tip is, as you come up with this game plan, as you come up with this budget, and you're strategizing and you're doing the snowball approach and avalanche approach to pay off bills, tip number 8, as you do this, please don't create new debt. Don't create new debt along the way. And if a new debt does come about, and I do want to say this, if a new debt comes about while you develop your game plan to get out of debt, pay off that new debt within 30 to 90 days. Just 30 to 90 days, pay off that new debt as fast as you can so you can return to the trajectory of knocking out your other bills and increase your emergency savings account and accelerating your mortgage and accelerating your retirement and investing into your future. And I'm here to tell you. So bottom line, ladies and gentlemen, those are 8 phenomenal tips that I have used and I continuously use throughout the past several years of my life. And the key thing is, don't forget, periodically sit down and always look at your budget. You may have to adjust your budget, but just have a game plan to maintain your financial freedom. So with that being said, that's all I have. Please do not forget, I really do need my viewers to subscribe to my channel. If you have not subscribed, subscribe to my channel, share my channel, hit that subscribe button. I need all the support to make this possible. So with that being said, simplify, simple fidelis, and I'm going to leave you in the care of your own conscience. Have a great evening.